Hello there and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to come to you today from a very different location. You can see my setting is so different, definitely not the usual one that you used to know. This is because I've moved from one place to another and I'll be telling you details about that. But for now, my topic for today is change. Change comes to us in different forms. It could be maybe losing a family or a loved one. It could be winning the lottery or, an opportunity. It could be something good. It could be something negative. But what we make out of this change is what we become later in life. So I'm going to tell you details about the change, a big change that happened to me personally. And I'll also be sharing a little bit more about how we can embrace change as a tool for growth and development. So stay tuned as I bring you details. Life is constantly leading us to places we've never been before, leading us to things we've never done before. But do we have to, in that moment, just entertain fear and say, because I've never done this before, I don't want to do it? Or because I've never been to this place before, I don't want to? No. What about the opportunities that this change or this new thing that you are exposed to could bring to you? So instead of us, should I say, reacting to change or seeing change in the negative, what about embracing change with a positive mindset and attitude and see the great things that it would bring to us? I want to start by saying the person you are now is definitely different from the person you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 2 years ago. There were things that you did 10 years ago that today you would never ever do. Today you look back at those things and you even regret taking those decisions or taking those actions or engaging in such things. Today you are a different person. How is that possible? That is possible just because of change. That is possible because of things you did differently, things you decided to do, and things that you decided not to do. I know one of the painful things to do or to experience in life is sudden change. All of a sudden, things just change drastically. For instance, all of a sudden you wake up and you just lose a loved one. It is something that is so painful. No one ever wants to go through that, and I will never ever pray that on even my enemies, because it is something that it can change your life drastically. It can turn your whole life upside down, which I don't pray for anybody to go through. But these are things that they are inevitable. We can't live without them. It would definitely happen whether we like it or not. Now I want to ask you a question. What are some of the changes that occurred in your life, and what have you done about it? Are they good changes? Are they negative, or are they positive changes? Are they things that you appreciated later? I know sometimes when the change happened drastically like that, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't see the value. You wouldn't see the worth. You feel like you are being hunted, or you feel so down and not willing to move forward. You feel so broken. But after realizing, recomposing yourself and taking the step forward, what happened? So you can share your response with me in the comments below, and I'll be so grateful because I want to learn from you as well as to share your experience. One of the biggest change that has happened to me right now, I'll say, is switching countries, moving from Ghana to UK. I traveled, I think, on the 8th, and I arrived in the UK on the 9th. Because of the pandemic, I have to be in quarantine. So I'm staying in quarantine for now. But in this situation, it's not easy for me because, like, I just switched countries from where I used to know, the comfort of my home, what I used to do daily, like the job I used to do, my career, something that keeps me busy every day. I just moved from doing that into a country that I have to stay in the room for 2 solid weeks. And I wonder, doing what? I don't know, but probably I'm going to get myself engaged, like doing these videos and sharing these videos with you to educate and inspire and support you, and also like thinking and redirecting myself and seeing what I really want to do now that I'm here. This change happened because, yes, I'm a married woman and I cannot keep staying somewhere whilst my husband or my life partner stay elsewhere. So I've just moved to join him. That also means that there is going to be a lot of limitations This is a new country, new life, new laws I have to obey, new restrictions and new things that I have to adapt to. And this is also another opportunity, new open doors, new things that I have to explore, new adventures to explore as well. So it is sort of a mixed feelings. I can say I'm excited and also like sad because I've left amazing people behind. I've left great young people that I want to impact behind. But what gives me a sense of satisfaction is the fact that there is technology and I can still continue to use my life and my experiences to teach young people through virtual way. I can be there in person, but I can do definitely something using technology. I still don't know what change you are going through right now. It might be drastic like mine. It might be mild. It might be not so much of an issue, but whatever change it is you are going through, how are you handling it? How are you seeing it? How are you perceiving it? How are you reacting or receiving that change? That's the question I'm posing to you right now. 10 years ago, I remembered I think I just started teaching as a young, newly trained teacher. That would be somewhere 2010. I just started my career as a teacher. I was doing, I didn't start a radio show yet. I think it was a year or two after. In 2011, I started my radio show hosting. But I was doing bead designing. I was doing training young women here and there in bead designing because I wanted to give them skills. And I was also volunteering, working with so many non-profit organizations. And that was something that I was doing 10 years ago. 5 years later, still teaching. Then I started doing the radio show, hosting radio talk shows. I think 3 radio talk shows on Heritage FM. And my life then too was different. Okay. And I was still designing beads, still doing petty businesses here and there, taking care of myself and my younger siblings. And all those things that I was doing added value to my life and contributed to who I am today. But why did I bring all these things up? I'm saying this because if somebody who knew me 10 years ago sees me today and think I am still that same rate as young, that person is wrong. Somebody who knew me 5 years ago sees me today and thinks I'm still that same person, he is wrong or she is wrong. Yes, I am still that same person when it comes to my values and what I cherish, what I love, who I am, my personality. I'm still that same person, but a little polished. Yeah. But when it comes to what I know, my experiences, my knowledge, my my wisdom, I would definitely tell you I have grown way beyond what I used to be. Things that I did 10 years ago and 5 years ago, definitely some of them I regret and some of them I would never do. All right. So, and I promise I'll be sharing some of the things that I've done in my life that I'm not proud of. I'll be sharing some of those with you in my subsequent videos. And I hope that that inspires you in a way. Change is inevitable. We cannot do anything about it sometimes when it comes, but we can still do something about it to make it bearable or to make the change easy on us. How can we do this? We can do this by preparing ourselves, preparing our minds, and planning ahead. So I'll take you through a few steps that we can use to brace ourselves or gear up to enter into the change that awaits us or the change that has just happened in our lives. So first of all, whatever change it is that came to you or happened or is happening to you right now, I want you to start preparing your mind positively by looking at the positive things that this change is going to bring. Always put your mind on the positive and amazing things that this change is going to bring. When I say positive things, means, for instance, for me, now that I'm here, I see opportunities of getting a new job. I see opportunities of maybe studying to further my education. I see opportunities of learning something new, creating a new network of friends, creating a new network of people that I can fall on in difficult times, and learning something amazing, picking up a new skill to help me. Also, I'm looking at how to expand my followership when it comes to my Facebook and my YouTube, how I can use my YouTube channel to impact young people here in the UK as well. So I want you, I don't know what situation you are in, I don't know what change you are going through right now, but I want you to start by thinking about the positive things that the change you are going into or you are into right now can or will bring to you. The moment you start looking at the positive things, even when the negative ones begin to pop up, you would use these positive things to re-energize yourself, to re-encourage you to keep going and to keep fighting the good fight. Because the reason why this change is happening, I believe, is for your growth. Without change, there is no growth. Secondly, be open and make room for the negative consequences as well to happen. And when these negative consequences of the change that has happened to you comes up, always be ready to find solutions for these consequences. Right now, I know one of the things that is going to be tough for me is like making a new group of friends and like immersing myself into the system, learning the new ways of doing things here, like finding my way around how to transport myself from one place to the other, how to use the tech that is here now, how to use a lot of things, how to do virtually everything. Yes, in my home, I know I'm now acclimatized to everything in my home now. I know what to do, TV, the kitchen, water system, whatever. I know now how to do all those things. But aside that and outside the walls of my home now, I need to learn new things, and that is one of the problems. But I have to make room for these consequences, these challenges that I'm going to face as a result of the change of switching from one country to the other. And as these consequences come, I have to learn from other people how they were able to survive, how they were able to sustain themselves, how they're able to grow whilst they find themselves in a new country. So that is what I want you to start doing. Start looking at the challenges that you'll be facing and start planning out solutions that you can start practicing and taking in the midst of the change. In addition, you need to have or put in place measures or mechanisms to cope with stress and unexpected anxiety and discomfort that may come when you move from your country to a different country. Like myself, you miss your family a lot, you miss the things you used to do, you miss all these things, and it brings a lot of stress sometimes anxiety of what is unknown. Maybe you're going for an interview, you're going somewhere, you just don't know your way around, and it brings you so much anxiety. What you need to do is to put in mechanisms to cope with this anxiety. One of the mechanisms I can say is, for me, is to follow my husband, to follow my family, my parents back at home, to call on them, speak to them once in a while, to just feel like I'm there with them. And I hope that you are also going to find a way to cope with the stress and anxiety and other things that may come up as a result of moving or a change. Finally, give yourself time to adjust. When change happens, when you lose a loved one, it doesn't mean the end of the world. You are still alive. You still have other people in your life. Those you've lost are still precious to you. But what I would encourage us to do is to hold on to the amazing memories we've shared with them and the memories we have of them. Find solace in that. But then you have to quickly adjust and adapt to the new normal of not having them, and see what can you do to make this new normal more bearable for you. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to adapt to the new situation around you. Give yourself time. It won't happen just all of a sudden. It's not going to be easy, I know, and I'm ready for that battle, and I hope that you are also ready. You might be somebody who just moved into a new country because you have to start school. You might be somebody who just moved from a different region to a new region. You might be somebody who probably maybe just got divorced and, or trying to readjust to the new normal that you have. Any change that you are going through right now, please find a way. Give yourself time to adapt, to adjust to the situation, and then I believe you will flourish. Thank you so much, people, for your time. I'm so grateful. I'm thankful that you spent a few minutes to listen. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified whenever a new video is up. Thank you. I love you so much. See you in my next video.